According to UNHCR, by the end of June 2023, Uganda was hosting 1,561,634 refugees and asylum seekers. New arrivals have continued to enter the country mainly from the Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan. Since the beginning of 2023, Uganda has received 34,436 refugees. Of these, 16,191 were from DR Congo and 18,245 from South Sudan. These refugees leave their communities to save their lives. They run away from danger caused by political instabilities that often culminate into civil wars. As a result of war, many end up in foreign countries where they are hosted and treated as refugees or asylum seekers. In the process, they miss their homes, lack basic necessities of life, and end up suffering from mental health due to stress. Supported by Media Challenge Initiative and Conrad Adenua Stiftung Uganda, I sit down with Nasra Hassan, a Congolese national who went through a mental health post-traumatic stress disorder, to narrate her ordeal. Nasra Hassan is 29 years old and lost her biological parents at a young age.
When my mom died, I didn't feel anything. I was shut, my mind was shut, and I have lived that for so many years.
She was only 3 years of age when she was adopted by foster parents. At the age of 18, Nasra lost her foster parents to M23 war that broke out in 2013. She had just completed her senior 6. With her 2 siblings, they flew to Uganda, where they live as refugees. Nasra spent more than 5 years trying to make ends meet, but sometimes loses hope in the process.
The mind is shut and you just want to live that. You don't want to feel, you don't want to cry, you don't want to face whatever emotion that it comes with. And it is a danger position one can put themselves in.
She says suffering from depression in a foreign country is the worst thing anyone should never experience because it hardly heals.
Certain wounds that can never heal. They leave scars which you will learn to live with forever. Let's say like someone who loses their loved ones. Let's say like a person like me who lost parents. This is something that can never even be replaced.
According to Nasra, counseling given often doesn't help because life turns meaningless.
Some people will decide just to look for the negative coping mechanism, which is abusing drugs. Some will go into sex.
With the post-traumatic stress that Nasra went through, she has remained focused and her dreams and aspirations have come true.
Nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams apart from your mindset. I got a scholarship.
Leila Hassan Wakabi is a counseling psychologist and mental health coordinator from African Center for Treatment and Rehabilitation for Torture Victims, says many people get different experiences when they suffer from mental health breakdowns and react differently.
A lot of psychological challenges that come with loss of your home, loss of your belonging. Someone may go into depression and start having suicidal thoughts. They feel they are fed up, they are not fit to live, they are worthless. So that is where it's really on the extreme.
Wakabi says refugees are taken through 10 sessions to heal from breakdown.
Usually run for about 2.5 months because we usually have a session every week. For groups, it's about 3-hour sessions, and for individuals, the process is long. It takes time. Mental health challenges take time to heal.
Society is one cause of obstruction during the healing process, but awareness is created and refugees are treated equally as nationals, and this always contributes to their mental well-being.
It's really important for us to appreciate that people have mental health challenges, and what we can do best is not to discriminate, is to support them go through this process, the healing process, to see how
Inadequate human resource in addressing mental health cases remains a major challenge that has led to increasing cases of suicide involving refugees who wait for long hours to fix appointments with counselors.
times resources, funding limits these things. So I know they would also be very willing to do so, but maybe sometimes their hands are tied as well and they cannot cry out to government to really increase the recognition of the importance of mental health to individuals, not only refugees but as well as nationals, so that all these centers, or they also give a hand to the refugee organizations to support in boosting the services that need to be given to the refugees.
You get overwhelmed, and sadly, we lose quite a number of lives, and which I also still think that we could save more lives if we had the personnel that is needed. And this is not just for TPO Uganda, for Uganda as a country. The personnel that is needed for treating, managing, and responding to mental health needs of Ugandans, not only refugees, are very limited. We have very few psychiatrists, we have few clinical psychologists, worstly by the way, that are not even recognized within the government.
Grace Obalim, a clinical psychologist with Transcultural Psychosocial Organization, reiterates that Uganda Mental Health Act of 2019 and its benefits to the refugee society.
The Refugees Response Plan. This is spearheaded by Office of the Prime Minister and UNHCR. This response plan sets forth the priorities that is needed for refugees, the structures that is needed to be able to provide services for them, and areas that needs to be addressed.
Mental health is like any other ailment, but if not paid attention to, it can be disastrous. However, good news is professionals in mental health exist. It only takes you and I to dedicate ourselves. Shaidat Nasapu, UBC News.